Hello, and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore. My name is Frank Mastors, and I'll be doing our meditation for the day. So, I'd like everyone just to close their eyes very lovingly and very gently. Close your eyes and take a breath in and release. Take a second breath in and release. Take a third deep breath in and release at your own pace. Allow yourself just to be open. Allow your mind to just sink into the place in your body where you are the most comfortable. Or not sink in, wherever you are the most comfortable being, just allow yourself to be. Take a breath in and breathe into your legs, allowing them to relax. Take a breath in and breathe into your hips and your thighs, allowing that body part to relax. Take a breath in into your abdomen and allow yourself just to breathe in and let your abdomen relax. Take a breath in and breathe into your chest and your heart, allowing all aspects of your body to relax. Take a breath into your shoulders, your arms, and your hands, and just allow your shoulder, your arms, and your hands to relax. Take a breath in and allow your face and your head and your jawline and your neck just to relax to the most deepest, most wonderful relaxed state that you can be in. Allow yourself just to go back to that space within yourself where you are the most comfortable, where your awareness is. And allow and request the divine within you as you to come into your awareness. Allow it to come completely into your awareness, not just partly, but completely. Allow it to be fully supportive of you. As you. Bring to any health issues you might have, physical health issues you might have, and know the truth of your divine health. And just allow it to heal you. Allow it to express its healing as you. Because ultimately there is no separation. And where there is no separation, there is only perfection. Now move in awareness only into your sensory self, into your nerves, into any aspect of your beingness, of your senses, of your ears, your eyes, your smell, your touch, your taste, and any other more subtle aspect of sensation that we have within us. And just allow the divine to fully express its divine perfect health through us in all levels. Its perfect physical organs, its perfect physical functioning, its perfect expression, because we truly are that, and God is truly that we are. Just allow it to be expressing through us on this level. Let it clarify any strange sensations that you're not sure of what they are. Let it remove any pain. Now move an awareness to your emotional self, where your emotions in your heart, where your emotions abide, and just allow all your emotions to be fully present to spirit within you as you, and let it express through you as your emotions. For even our emotions are the tools of spirit. They are part of us, and God is expressing our emotions. So just allow yourself to express whatever you need to feel. Remember, there are no good or bad emotions, they're just emotions. Allow yourself just to be fully expressed, especially love. Now move an awareness just to your mental self, your brain, your body. The brain aspect of your being is your mental body, as I call it. And wherever there is a separate sense of separation on any level, let the divine within us transform and express the thoughts of oneness, thoughts of love, thoughts of peace, thoughts of forgiveness, and allow ourselves to be transformed anew to that which the divine in us as us wants us to be, that sometimes we forget. on the human level. Yet spirit always knows who we are, and we are always it. And wherever there might be any sense of unbalance, dis, dis self integration, any part where one part seems to overbalance the other or has too much control over the other, let balance be the key. Let the divine within balance all aspects of who we are in one divine, perfect expression. We're all parts of us. Express and get our needs met. Divine right order manifests now in our world, both internally and externally. As our lives are both begin from the internal, divine right balance, order, love, joy, peace, all of it. All of it comes from within. And from that body temple space where you are at, in the very space of comfort within your own body, just say thank you to the God that you already are. That God within you that can't be separated from you, that is so deep within you that it breathes through you. Just say thank you and acknowledge that it's you. You just the way you are, spirit and at points human, and both points within. It's all good. It's all God. And from that space within your own body that you went to, come back to a complete awareness of this physical space you're in. If you're sitting on a chair or sitting on a couch, or if you should by any chance be in a car, well, hopefully not. At least not driving. Come back to the space of the here now moment, the present moment, where you are truly God expressed just as you are. And open your eyes, giving gratitude and joy to all of God expressed around you as the chair or the table or the supporting you or the earth that supports the furniture and us, or the very air that we breathe, which is God as us, because it's all God and it's all us. Give thanks, and so it is. Namaste.
Good afternoon, everyone. Be the peace you want to see. Then share your peace with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. And be the joy you want to see. Then share your joy with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. And be the love you want to see. Then share your love with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Be the peace. Be the joy. Be the and let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. And let it begin, Lord, let it begin. Let it begin with you and me.
Good afternoon and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore. I'm your host, Dana Cole, and I am so grateful that you are here to share your Sunday with us. Today's, uh, our speaker today is Dr. Tracy Brown, and our musician today, who you just heard, is Robin Hackett. And serving as today's practitioner who led the pre-service meditation is Frank Mastoris. I'd like to thank all of you for your service. Today, like every Sunday, is Invite a Friend or Family Member Sunday. So spread the love, share the joy. Come on and hang out with us. We're glad to have you with us. And so next we're going to have Frank, who is, oops, misspelled, but he's going to provide you with our opening prayer.
Oh God, I love you, Dana. Sorry, gotta laugh. Joy, such a good thing. And and this I know above all things, there is only one power, one presence, one perfect life. and that life is God, and that life is us. I know that it is expressing through each and every one of us in this very moment. Each of us is that power. Each of us is that presence. Each of us is that love. Each of us is that joy. Each of us is that peace. It is the truth of who we are. It is the truth of what we are made of. And we are all made of the God stuff that is God itself. I know that I'm one with it. I know that you are one with it, and each and every one of us is one with it. I know this service is done in divine perfection. I give thanks for Dr. Tracy talking about personalizing the infinite, because we are all that personalized expression of the beloved. I give thanks for Robin's beautiful music and everything she is and everything she does. I give thanks for Dana being producer and host and for allowing us to be here today together in this very moment. And for this and everything, I give thanks because I know that God is fully expressing here and now in this moment. And I release this knowing it's done. This is going to be this is a perfect Sunday. This is a perfect service. This is a perfect day. And so it is.
And so it is. So, to learn more about our events and other announcements that we have, please visit our website, cslgreaterbaltimore.org/events. And we look forward to having you join us. Prayer works, it's an awesome thing. So, we as a community continue to move, to treat and move our feet, to treat our feet, knowing the truth for everyone around the planet. Prayer requests can be sent to info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org. And so it is. And next, we will have Robin Hackett. You heard her earlier in the pre service portion of our service. She's a naturally gifted singer, songwriter, and author who brilliantly conveys inspiring and heartfelt messages through her music. Her song, Hard Left, appeared on the CBS hit comedy How I Met Your Mother. And she's been featured on television and with awards as well. She studied songwriting at the Omega Institute in New York with singer-songwriter Roseanne Cash. She's opened for Richie Havens, Kev Moe, John Andranczak, Five for Fighting, and Sarah Hickman, among others. And she has a collection of original music. So I present to you, give you now, Robin Hackett.
I almost forgot that I did all of that. Thank you for reminding me, Dana. This is a tune. This is a prayer that goes out to all of you. This is actually a prayer that a song that Bob Dylan wrote for his son. But I just think it's a wonderful prayer for all of us. Prayer sung. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. Forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous, may you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surround. surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright, and be strong. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay. May you stay ever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change do shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay. May you stay forever young. Oh. May you stay. May you stay forever young.
Thank you so much, Robin. And next, we will be led in a spiritual practice by Frank Mastoris.
Today we're going to be doing a chant, and the chant many of you who've been around for a while know quite well. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. Okay, so I want those of you who don't know the chant just to follow along with us and join in as you feel comfortable. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. Now there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life right now. And so it is.
And so it is. So I hope you all are ready to welcome Dr. Tracy Brown, religious science practitioner, guided by spirit, groomed to serve, and grown from the practice of prayer. This is Tracy Brown. She was introduced to New Thought in 1986 and is now a licensed practitioner dedicated to helping others apply spiritual principles in their daily lives. Tracy is the author of several books, including I Turn to Prayer, and is a frequently requested speaker and teacher throughout the New Thought movement. Within Centers for Spiritual Living, Tracy has served as the chair of the governing board worldwide and is a recipient of the Ernest Holmes Award. I give you Dr. Tracy Brown. Okay, I give you Dr. Tracy Brown. I pressed the wrong button.
Who is the wizard behind the screen, pushing the buttons and making magic happen? Thank you, Dana. Hey, CSL Greater Baltimore. I am so delighted to hang out with you a little bit of time today and remind myself and hopefully inspire you to think about our theme and how it applies to you. And as you go into the coming week, how you can go a little bit deeper. So let me remind you, like the theme for the entire year is living out loud. And I love that theme because we could live quietly, we could live broken, we could live in pain. But our theme throughout Centers for Spiritual Living this year is to live out loud, to learn the things that we need to learn, to do the things that we need to do, and to set new intentions so that we can each live out loud. Now, that's not news to most of you, but just in case there are one or two people who have not been following the theme all year, you need that context to understand why I say some of the things I will say today. And this month, the focus has been if we want to live out loud, then we must embrace self care. And I feel really good about closing out this conversation about embracing self care with today's focus and theme, which is personalizing the infinite. Personalizing the Infinite. What the heck does that mean? Well, here's how I've been thinking about it. Maybe you will think about it a little differently, but here's how my brain works. I believe that the infinite, that God, spirit, the universe, that the infinite is all there is. There is nothing that can exist outside of the infinite or outside of God. And if the infinite is all there is, then the infinite is expressing as me. And you could say the same thing. So the infinite, the all that is expressing as you. So in order to live out loud, you must, or I must, take care of the personalized, unique way that spirit is experiencing life as me. Because in fact, by me taking care of myself, I am taking care of or providing a healthy living out loud environment for spirit. So embracing self-care and personalizing the infinite for me means that I am being in touch with what makes me unique and who I am. I am making choices that reflect my understanding of how spirit is experiencing life in me, as me, and through me. And I am going to make choices and take care of everything that needs to be paid attention to so that my life is the both expression of spirit and giving spirit the experience of humanity that it can only have as me. And I think that's true for every one of us. Ernest Holmes in How to Use the Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes wrote, "We find ourselves not absorbed, not absorbed by, but immersed in a universality, each one being a unique, individual, and different manifestation of that which itself is one undivided, indivisible whole." Repeating, we find ourselves not absorbed, but immersed in a universality, each one being a unique, individual, and different manifestation of that which itself is one undivided, indivisible, and whole. And so we teach and we know that every one of us is unique. Every one of us is an individual, but the one can only exist because of all these individual expressions. Now, that's not just a theoretical or philosophical thing, but let me bring it to something that is physical. And it's not the perfect example because there are some mismatches if you were to do the analogy directly. But for me, it's a good reminder. So I have this bouquet or this flower arrangement. And when I think of, or when I see this, I'm like, oh, that's such a beautiful arrangement. It's got my favorite Gerber daisies. It's got chamomile. It's got mums. It's got this plant that smells really good, but I can't remember the name of it. It's got some lilies in the arrangement. It's got these purple Amazon plants, flowers. There's even a chrysanthemum a carnation, sorry, down here. Every one of the flowers is unique. every one of them is its own individualized expression. So just think about it for a minute. What if we said this flower arrangement is the universe? It's all that exists, and each flower is a unique representation that the universe has put itself into that form in order to experience being a lily that's not quite bloomed yet, or being chamomile. And what does it mean to be chamomile? And what kind of care do I need as chamomile? And the Gerber daisy, like, oh, what kind of soil, how much sunlight, what is needed and required for that unique representation of a flower to actually grow and bloom and be so beautiful. Each individual flower is not the bouquet. Each individual flower is not the whole flower arrangement, just like each one of us individually is not all of God. But every one of us, like each one of these flowers, are needed to create, in this case, flowers creating a flower arrangement. And for us, in our human expression, to create humanity in its fullness, to allow spirit to have the experience of all the many different ways it can express. It goes from the invisible and from the idea to physical form. So Ernest Holmes wrote, "The infinite is personal to every soul that believes in the infinite." And I actually would say the infinite is personal to every soul, period. Because whether I believe in the infinite or not, I have been created by the infinite to be a specific form of a human experience. So whether I believe in it or not, it's like, oh, well, the infinite or spirit created me and I'm having that experience. And maybe somewhere along the way, I may recognize and realize the creator of my physical experience is a part of me and is expressing through me and is actually co-creating the experience that I am having of life. So when we think about today's focus, personalizing the infinite, we embrace self-care, because it does me no good to compare myself to Robin Hackett. I was not created or designed to write songs or to sing songs or to be in service and ministry through songwriting and singing. And I will just ignore Robin and I are both laughing in this moment because I will just ignore the many, many times that people have walked up to me and said, "Oh, Robin, I love that song you sang today." Or walked up to me and said, "Now, you look so familiar. You're Robin Hackett, right?" No, I'm Tracy Brown. But luckily, I know Robin Hackett and I love Robin Hackett, and I too am in awe of Robin Hackett's talent. So we're not here to compare ourselves to someone else. Put in the chat, like, what are 2 or 3 things that you know are unique to who you have come here to be, how you were designed. My list would include, oh, yep, roller skating. I am here to embrace my self-care, and part of my taking care of my physical body is roller skating on a regular basis for exercise and for stress management and for meditation. What about you? Let me see it in the chat. Some of the things that you think about, that you recognize, not think about, but you recognize as part of what makes you unique. My list would include professionally, I have a purpose of helping people to learn how to build bridges cross culturally with people who are different from them. What's your, maybe it may not be your purpose, but what have you recognized you do well? And maybe other people in your family thought you were strange because you were doing that, but you knew from the inside out you had been created in a way to make this difference or to make this contribution, just like the chamomile makes a specific contribution in that flower arrangement. What is it that you need to embrace and provide support and nurturing for, that is unique for you, that makes you that representation of spirit in form that's like no one else, or that's different from many people? Yes, yes, put it in the chat. I love this. Definitely, Dr. Ray. Definitely seeing these examples, it's reminder that it is definitely a reminder that we have to recognize that we are here to walk a unique path, not alone, but unique. Not alone. We walk the path of embracing ourselves and providing care for the best part of who we are as we navigate the world together. Some of you I know have chosen the path or are playing out the way you have been brought here to show up as a parent. Some of you may be a doctor or a nurse. Some of you may be someone who, now that you are retired, you are experiencing and expressing a path of philanthropy or volunteering in your local community. This entire month, embracing self-care is truly recognizing that when you look within and you realize the way that you can demonstrate the qualities and attributes of God: joy, love, beauty, wholeness, order, right? That the list goes on. But the way that you show up, living those qualities, living from the spiritual DNA that is within you when you came into physical form. Wow. When you do that, you are not only taking care of yourself, lowercase s, physical human self. You are hosting capital S self and hosting the experience of living out loud for God as God. You are spirit in action. So I know there's at least one person out there who's like, yeah, Tracy, I get that, but I don't really know my purpose. I've never been able to figure that out, or I'm I think I know how I could be my best self and live out loud, but I'm scared to do it. Or maybe there's somebody who is like, I'm just confused. I have this good job and I provide for my family, but I'm confused if that's really me living out loud or if I'm just conforming to what my parents or my teachers or my boss expects from me. Well, here's how you work to fully express. Here's one way that you can move forward. Obviously, you can listen to recordings of programs, you can sign up for webinars, you can read books, but maybe you've already done those things. So, the one thing I want to encourage you to do is this: work with a practitioner or a minister. Invest in yourself so that you can embrace your best self and offer your best self into the world while you are living out loud, because you don't just live out loud for yourself. This is not about, oh, yeah, I want a new car and I'm going to have the best relationship ever and I'm going to be completely healthy and whole. And I just, that's when I'll have my testimony. All that stuff is good. But living out loud is not only for yourself, it is because you are contributing into the collective consciousness that every one of us is helping to create, like every flower in the flower arrangement. And so, if you really are stuck, or even if you're not stuck and you just want to move faster, then I highly encourage you to find a licensed practitioner, spiritual coach, or a minister who can work with you. Because when we are doing those coaching sessions, I know for me, most of the clients I work with are not coming to me at a time of disaster. Most of the clients I work with in coaching are people who are committing to living out loud, even though we probably never use that phrase, and just have a regular series of sessions about identifying where they want to go, setting the intention, having the vision, and then doing the things that will deliver that. When you work with a practitioner or a minister, especially in the metaphysical space, then what's happening is they are working with you to on your mental, emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual priorities, and how do you integrate them going forward. Your mental, emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual priorities integrated in a way that you are taking care of yourself and you are constantly moving toward living out loud. So that's what we've been thinking about and talking about all month. And I just want to challenge you this week coming up to choose yourself. Choose your capital S self. Choose how and who you have come here to be, and choose 3 things you can do this week to embrace caring for yourself in a way that makes it clear you are personalizing the infinite as it expresses in you the same way the infinite has chosen to express as this Gerber daisy. Let's anchor this in prayer. Breathing in, what I know is that every word I speak is a treatment of the soul, a treatment from the soul to shift condition in human life. And so with this breath, I recognize that there is only one life. There is only one life. And it is the source of all life. And because it is the source of all life, there's nothing that can exist outside of itself. My life and the life of everyone within the sound of my voice is an expression of that one life. And it is that truth which gives me the authority to speak this word right here, right now. I claim the possibility and the power to live out loud. I claim right here and right now that everyone within the sound of my voice is experimenting with embracing self-care at whatever level they are able to do that right now. And that this ability right now turns into an expanded capability the more that it is practiced. I speak my word right now, knowing that because each person is a personalization of the infinite, that it is part of the whole, a unique part of the whole, a necessary part of the whole, a part of the whole that the whole wouldn't be whole without it. And because of that, I am grateful. I'm grateful that I personally am a personalized expression of the infinite. And I am grateful that every other person is a unique personalization of the infinite, because of that, every person I meet is a new face of God for me to see and recognize and value and support. So from this gratitude for the infinite and for the infinite ways that it personalizes itself, I simply relax, I release, I smile, knowing that the automatic nature of spiritual law makes all of this so. I can surrender to it now. And I invite you to join me in affirming this truth by saying Ashe, Aho, Amen, Amin, and so it is.
Thank you, Dr. Tracy. That was quite inspirational. And I'm ready. I'm looking for my 3 things to do this week that shows self-care. So, and I definitely invite everyone at CSL. We're going to put it in the chat. We're going to share about it at the community conversation. What are we doing for self-care? So thank you so much. Right. And so next, we will have another selection from the incomparable Robin Hackett.
Thank you, Dana. Dr. Tracy, I just want to say there's something about your voice. I'm curious if you can sing, but there's something about your voice that's so comforting and has always been so comforting to me. I think it'd be great if you put out a CD of meditations. I love the sound of your voice. So thank you for today. This is the moment. This is the hour. Time to put everything on the line. And I am the answer. I am the reason. I'm a believer. inside of me. And I will not be broken by some fear. And I will not stand still again. And I won't fall apart like all those times before. 'Cause I won't take it anymore. 'Cause this is a revolution, and I am a changer. I am the master of all I believe. And I'm the beloved, I am a lover. I am the spirit inside of you and me. And I won't fall apart like all those times before. 'Cause I won't take it anymore. No, 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 no. No, no. No, no. I will no longer compromise my life. I will no longer waste so much time. 'Cause I know, I know, I know that this is a revolution. And you are a changer. You are the master of all you see. And this is your moment. This is your moment. Time to put everything on the line.
Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you so much. That
You're
was
welcome.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So, our global vision for Centers for Spiritual Living, these are just a few statements that convey that. But literally, we envision a world that works for all creation and every human being. It is really to awaken, and our mission is to awaken humanity to their spiritual magnificence. We envision a world that works for all. And so now's the time in service where we're reminded that practicing the law of circulation is one of the many ways to support our spiritual center. And it supports where we're spiritually fed and also supports the business of running the center. So how do we tithe and offer and donate? These funds go towards helping pay for our speakers and our musicians and the rent at Ruscombe and all of these things. And so how do we give? There are many ways to do it: through PayPal, Givelify, text messaging, or the postal mail. And so there, you can also check us out at cslgreaterbaltimore.com/give. And I now ask, if you are aligned with our declaration of financial wealth and abundance, I invite you to recite it with me. I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not only in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow of myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifesting, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. And if you would like the practitioner on duty to pray with you, join us in our chat room right after service and type prayer into the chat. Did I say in our chat room? Join us in our Zoom room, and you can find the link on our website, cslgreaterbaltimore.org, and type prayer in the chat. And Frank will pray with you and give you that 1 minute miracle that'll turn it around. And we thank you for joining us today and for joining our service. And I am going to bring back Reverend. See, I'm just saying something. Dr. Tracy Brown, and she is going to share with us the closing prayer. I don't know. I just spoke it to existence. So, Reverend Doctor.
This is the moment, right here, right now. This is the moment, as Robin sang, for us to move into a prayerful state, to end our time together and enter into the rest of the week. Please join me now. I embrace self-care. I recognize by caring for my human self, I am providing the best care for the spiritual self. There's only one life. And I live that life now in the perfection of spirit. Amen. And so it is.